In this lesson, we will be able to learn about the processing technology of Liu Pao tea. Many people know that the red, strong, mellow, and old are the unique quality characteristics of Liu Pao tea. The formation of these qualities are inseparable from the craftsmanship of making Liu Pao tea. There are many processes involved in making Liu Pao tea. In this class, we mainly learn about the key processes that form the quality characteristics of Liu Pao tea. Next, we will study in 6 areas. Stacking is a process in which tea leaves are accumulated for an appropriate time under suitable greenhouse conditions to promote changes in their content. At present, the main methods of stacking are primary steam stacking and cold water stacking. Different methods are reasonably adopted according to the grade of Liu Pao tea and the climatic conditions. The industry generally believes that pile fermentation is the key technical process to make Liu Pao tea have the 4 qualities of red, strong, old, and mellow. The principle of stacking is to replicate the microbial activity of tea under specific temperature and moisture conditions, and promote oxidation, hydrolysis, and polymerization transformation of the components in tea through biodynamic microbial enzymes and bioheat. At the same time, microorganisms metabolize their own substances, and the interaction and synergy of the transformation substances contained in tea changes the substances in the 2 systems of tea and microorganisms to jointly shape the color, taste, aroma, and quality characteristics of Liu Pao tea. The following will introduce the specific operation method of Liu Pao tea stacking process. Preparatory work before the first step. A stack fermentation is carried out in a stack, workshop, or fermentation workshop. The workshop should be clean and ventilated. Second, remove the water content of the supplementary tea blanks. Generally, the water content of supplementary tea is about 8%. Third, prepare clean water. The second step is to spray cold water and tea mix well. First of all, spread the duplicating tea blanks on the surface of fermentation tank in the workshop in a block shape. Generally, a pile of tea is not less than 5 tons. It should be noted that if the tea is too small and the temperature cannot come up, it will also cause uneven fermentation. The commonly used tools are iron rakes and wooden shovels, usually in groups of 3 workers. One worker rakes tea apart with a rake and another sprays water on raked tea. The third uses a shovel to mix the tea evenly and form into strips. Bars are generally 80 cm high and 20 cm wide. The key technical point here is to control the water content of pile fermentation tea within 26%. It feels like water seeps out when you grab the tea ball with your hands. The third step is to keep the tea pile warm and control the water temperature. If the room temperature is below 20 degrees, cover the tea pile with a cloth and close the doors and windows. If the room temperature is between 20 and 25 degrees, close the doors and windows. If the room temperature is about 25 degrees, open the doors and windows for natural ventilation. The temperature of the tea pile is controlled between 40 to 60 degrees. The temperature of the heap should be raised to about 50 degrees in about 20 hours. If it is higher than 60 degrees, it must be turned over to avoid burning and deterioration. The fourth step is to turn the heap and agglomerate. Turning the heap is to crawl away the tea heap and exchange positions of the tea inside and outside the heap to collect the heap. Turn over and agglomerate generally in about half an hour, until the tea temperature drops to 40 degrees, and then close the heap. After the first processing, the heap can be turned over the next day so that the tea can absorb water evenly. In the future, it will be turned over every 3 days. Generally, it will need to be turned over 7 to 8 times, depending on the fermentation situation. When turning the heap and collecting the heap, pay attention to the mutual adjustment of the tea outside the heap and the tea inside the heap to ensure even fermentation. Stacking time usually takes 1 to 2 months. When the leaves change to reddish brown or black brown, it will give off a mellow aroma. After the stocking process is over, you can enter the next process of autoclaving. In this class, we mainly learn the operation methods and precautions of the modern craft of Liu Pao tea. The control of humidity, temperature, and time in the whole stacking process is the key factor for success, which is directly related to the quality of the Liu Pao tea. Finally, please think about why pile fermentation can promote the formation of the red, strong, mellow age quality of Liu Pao tea.